Elliot Grinch.
What's going on, everyone? GameboyEG here, Elliot Grinch, back with another LSPDFR GTA 5 quick tutorial. And I'm just going to show you a couple of features using the Menyoo trainer. And I figured since I'm actually implementing a couple of things into my game, one of my game versions with Liberty City. So I figured this would be the best time to utilize Menyoo and show a couple of tricks using Menyoo. So anyway, if you're new to my channel, please be sure to subscribe, hit the notification button, like, share, comment, and let's keep it moving. Anyway, so in this game, I actually am adding things to the prison because I'm going to set up a video utilizing the Alderney State Correctional Facility. So let's go ahead and get into it. So one of the good parts of Menyoo is actually the being able to save what they consider entities into the game. So I'm gonna load up my entity file, and that's going to be Alderney Prison. So you go into where your save files are, and you go to load placements. So let me just close the radio out. Okay, load placements, hit the button. So far in this entity file, it's just a bunch of peds set up because I'm trying to, add some items to the prison for the purpose of roleplay, single player roleplay. So we're gonna go back into Menyoo, and we're gonna go into Spooner mode. Once in Spooner mode, it pretty much gives us free roam. So we can take a look around, look around the area, whatever you want to do. But it gives you access to be able to, it's pretty much like being able to go through walls, all that good stuff. So anyway, it gives us a good canvas of what we're looking at and where do we want to place props. That's the best way to put it. While in Spooner mode, be sure that when you go into Spooner mode, be sure to close out the menu, okay? Because if you click on an item while you still have the menu open, it will actually cause the item to free fall, and you don't want that. So always close out the menu, and then you can make whatever adjustments or changes. So like here, these are all the props. Well, most of the props that I added were peds to the prison system. I had to use, for now, I just added a couple of peds to my game. I'm going to show you in a moment. But so far, I had to use a lot of the items from Los Santos as far as like the peds, the inmates. So these are inmates that, the inmate peds from Los Santos. But I actually added, which I'll leave the link below, I actually added peds from a mod that I found on GTA 5. I forget the name of it off the top of my head. But anyway, it'll be linked below. And I will show you those peds, as well as Alderney State correctional vehicle that I added, which I created that myself. Not the vehicle, but the livery I created myself. But you'll see that momentarily because I'm going to add that as well. But let me show you a couple of neat items. So what's good about Menyoo is it will save the state of the entity as long as the entity is saved within Menyoo. So you'll see when you right click, well, first you target the item. It gives you the options down below. You could take a look, place marker, open property menu, move entity around, copy and delete. So with open property menu, which is the right trigger, when you click on that, it will give you the customizations you can do on that one item, that one entity. Always make sure that entity is in database is checked. It must be saved within Menyoo in order to change the different change the different items within the menu for that entity. So like these are all the things you can do. You can freeze the item in place, set it on fire, make it invincible. Go to entity, like if the entity is far away, you can actually teleport yourself to be near the entity or bring the entity to you. Place on ground as if the entity was high above. You could bring it down to ground level. Task sequence, which is like what you see with this particular entity. I have it within let me go right to it. Well, actually, I have it in ped options. I have the ped doing a scenario, which is wave hands, I believe. Waving. Somewhere down here. Or is it? Okay, or it might be animations. Okay, it's animations. So I have the ped in a state of animation, which is wave your arms. Okay, this one, if you and all you have to do is just right click on the entity and it will bring up the menu, which is another nifty feature. So you go to ped options, and let's see. This one is. Let's see if it's an animation. I'm not sure. So if it was in an animation, you would see on the right-hand side a little icon. So this one is in a scenario, which is jogging in place. Let's see. Where's it at? Probably past it. Oh, okay, here we go. Jog standing. So this ped is in the state of jog standing. And what's dope is, like I said, it will save the ped in that with that feature enabled. Same thing like over here. You can choose various animation. We passed this one, which is flexing. You know, it just brings a little bit more life to the peds. To me personally, using Menyoo than using a lot of other trainers, and saving and being able to save the state of the peds or vehicles, for that matter. But so let's get right to it. So I'm gonna add a few more peds to the prison system. So like these peds, I actually placed into the game using another tutorial which I did earlier. So if you want to go back, you can take a look at that tutorial, and you know you'll see what I'm doing. So we're gonna open up Menyoo once again. We're gonna go to spawn entity into world. So right now we're gonna spawn in. I guess I should spawn in a vehicle that I wanted to add into the game, which is the I hope I have it saved. Let me take a look. It may or may not be saved. Let's see. But it's a bus. Let me close that radio out. So I wonder if it will be under emergency. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Prison bus. Yep, that's it. Okay. So this is the Alderney livery that I added to one of the bus. I actually made the bus into a DLC, downloadable content vehicle. So we're going to add that just one time for now. So you can take a look at this. So let's get out of the menu because we're going to move the vehicle around. We're going to place it in a location. So there you go. So we have Alderney State Correctional Facility. And we're gonna we're gonna place this bus. Let me see where I'm gonna place it at. Should I place it on the out? Guess I could leave it on the inside, right? Makes more sense. Just take a look around the facility. Yeah, we don't want to place it inside, so we'll place it. We'll place one here. Let me move this over. Let me just move it over here somewhere, because I think some vehicles do spawn in this map. During regular gameplay. So I'm gonna place the vehicle over here. So that one will sit there, and we're gonna make a copy. So as you can see, it says copy, D-pad right. So we'll hit D-pad right, and it gives us a second one. So we'll move this one. I'll place this one over here somewhere, actually, out of the way. So at least we'll have two buses that add to the map. So I got to put it somewhere over here because I have teleports. so that I could gain access by driving my vehicles through the teleports. Even though, you know, you could actually, with this downloadable content map, you can actually drive through, because you could drive through the walls, like there's no collision. So you could actually drive through the gate, but, you know, for the purposes of role play, I don't want to just drive through the gate. So we'll put that bus there. So we have 2 buses that'll spawn now in my map, once I save the map also. Let me move this over some. Let me move this over a bit. Move it over. Let me move it back. It's hard to see. Let me go over here. Okay. And when you want to fine tune it, if you want to fine tune it, all you have to do is right click. It'll give you the entity. Then you go to manual placement. Hit A. And now we can actually fine tune the position of the entity. So as you can see, you know, you can move to the left, to the right, move it forward, move it back, move it up, down, and you can choose by how much. A little bit, a lot, of course, going down to 1, 10, 100, 1,000, and you can go higher than that. So then we can get into the angle. So, you know, raise it up, raise it down. So let's get back to 0 with this. Because I want this on the ground, so there we go. So that's on the ground, and then we have, let's check. I'm just trying to, I think, okay, it's the yaw. So we're gonna swing it. I just want to straighten it out. Okay, so that's about good. So I'm gonna move it over. Okay, I think you get a little straighter, right? And that should be good. That should do it, right? Let's see. A little bit more. So the only reason I have it in duty mode is because being in well, I don't think it would apply on this one, but I was dealing with the other prison, so of course in duty mode I don't have any trouble, since I'm in law enforcement mode with being in the prison. But so let me just shift this over some. Right there is about good. Okay, so we'll close out of that. And we have that saved. So just me personally, because things can go left, I am going to save my entity. It's always good to save after you do something. So I'm going to save the entity. So we go to manage save files, because I'm just going to overwrite what I already did. So we're going to go to Alderney Prison. Click A. Overwrite placements in file with database. You hit A, and you overwrite the save file that you already have with just the extra entities that you added. So that's the other good thing. So like, it's not going to save everything. It's only going to save the items that you placed and the items that are in the entity, within that entity map. Let's put it like, that's the best way that I can say it right now. Okay, so now I have a couple of other items. So I'm going to add those as well, which is going to be, I'm going to go to YMap, spawn entity into world. So I have a few peds. So I just want to show them off that I added into the game. So we're going to go to others, because I already added them to my ped list within Menyoo. So I have LCPD items. These are, like I said, I'll leave the links down below. If you want to add them to your game, that's cool. So I have an LCPD cop. I'm not going to add that here. I'm going to add those around the stations within Liberty City. I'll do that maybe on another tutorial. If people, get in the comments, let me know they want to see that, then I'll do that. If not, it is what it is. Have the highway cop. I have a prison guard. These were 3 prison guards. They actually look like Los Santos, San Andreas type guards. So I'm not going to use those. The ones I'm going to use is the prison guard oldies and the prisoner old. So I'll spawn a couple of them right now. Let's start with the prison guard. Yeah, prison guard oldies. So I think these actually fit the look of Alderney. You know, like going back to the Liberty City era. So what's good is that Menyoo will actually make the peds a little different variations. They won't all look the same. You know, it's only but so far that it can go, but I think it's cool. So I'm gonna add a few of these. So I'm gonna place some in the guard shacks, things like that, just around to add a little bit more to my map. So we'll start with these. We'll start with the with these guys. So I have what, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, about 12. So if you right click on it, you want to make sure, like I said, that they're in the entity is in database. So they're in the database. So that's good. So we're gonna close that out. Okay, so we're gonna move this guy. And I'm gonna left click, because move entity around, hold left trigger. So LT left trigger. I said left click, my bad. LT for left trigger. We're gonna move him around, and we're gonna place him within this guard tower. If I could get in that position right there. There we go. And I'm gonna release the left trigger. So now this guy is here. So we're gonna target on him, and we're gonna right trigger, which will bring up our options. And I'm just gonna do a little manual placement, you know me. So I'm just gonna move him, let's see, a little bit forward. So he's a little bit closer. He's supposed to be watch, right? He's supposed to be keeping watch. So like I said, what's good about this, let me shift him over a little bit too. Okay, and like I said, what's good about Menyoo, it's a little bit more. Okay, so then we're gonna back out of that. We're gonna go to ped options. So now we're gonna give this, you don't want him just standing there. He's just standing around, not even earning his paycheck right now, you know? So we're gonna right click, and I'm gonna go upward, but you can go down either way. And we're gonna go to ped options again. Now we're gonna give him some type of movement. So we'll go to scenario actions. I believe it's either scenario actions or animations. Either one is good. I just gotta find the one. There's one where it's using the binoculars. It may be animations. So we'll go down. Let's see if we can find the one with the... Okay, so it might be scenario actions. So we'll go down. Okay, there we go. Binoculars. So now our guard tower is earning his keep. Okay, so he's utilizing the binoculars. So I'm gonna put another one in this one. So we're gonna do the same thing. So we're gonna back out of there. We'll back out, and we'll place this guy up in there in the other guard tower. Let's get him a little closer. All right, there we go. Good. So then we'll right click on him. We'll go up to ped options, scenario, and we'll go to binoculars. Right? They should be up there in them guard towers monitoring things, you know? So and when you're in this menu screen, you can right click on the entity, and it'll take you right to that entity's options, as you know, as well as if you want to make adjustments. But like I said, if you plan on moving the entity, back out of that and then left trigger, and then you can move the entity around, place it, and you're good to go. Then you right trigger and you could get the options. Okay, so keep that in mind. So what we have, how many guard towers? So we did 1, 2. So we got to put somebody over here, right? So let's use the guy that we just picked up. Left trigger. Okay, we'll bring this guy up in here. And let's see what we got. Let's move him over a little bit. So we'll right trigger, go up to manual placement. Oh, that's moving forward, moving back some. And we'll move him over. Okay. And I guess let's shift him a little bit, right? Make sure, okay. Manual placement. Make sure. What am I looking for? Let me see. Let me move this up. I want to turn him. Am I doing? I'm probably doing the wrong one. Let's move up left and right, up and down, front to back. Okay, that's that. We don't want to do that. We don't want to adjust that. I want to bring that back to 0. Okay, and back to 0 with this. Go to 1. Okay. There. Okay, so that's upright. And I thought it was supposed to be y'all. I guess I'm at that. Let me try to move him this way because he's not moving the other way. I'm gonna drop him here. Making my tutorial longer than I want it to be, guy. All right, come on, guy. So let me just. Right, that's good. Let me not. All right, and I'll just move him forward. Let me just move him forward a bit. Okay, we go to manual placement. Moving forward a bit. Okay, good. All right, now put his binoculars in his hand. Did I pass it? Probably passed it. Oh, or is it scenarios? Here's scenarios. There we go. There we go. All right. And then I'm going to do a quick save. Manage save files. Then we go to Alderney Prison. Overwrite placement. Save. And good to go on that. All right. So now, I'm not going to do each guard tower. I'll do that after I finish the tutorial. Because I have, what, 1, 2, 3, about 4 more. 4 more to go, plus this. So let's put somebody up here. Keep watch of the prisoners. You are the lucky guy. So we'll place him up here. If I can get him in there. Seems to not be going up in there, right? So I'm gonna have to do it this way. This is where manual placement comes in handy. So we'll right click and we're gonna have to move him up there. Front to back. So let's see. I have to move him up. Okay, where's the up and down? All right, well, now I'm gonna show you delete. So I guess I may not be able to put nobody up there. So anyway, we're gonna delete this entity, which is by D-pad left. So that was funny. So at least you got to see that. So but I wonder why. I wonder why I can't put an entity up there. I'm surprised by that. I can put them in this guard tower. But I guess maybe because of the map, the way the map is. Let me try to get closer. Let's see what happens. All right. Nope. Yeah, I don't like killing law enforcement like this, but all right, we just well, we can't put nobody in. I can't put anybody in that shack. So then I'm gonna go ahead and put somebody up here then. But these are for the outside, so. But that's just funny. But at least you got to see that. We all just learned something new. So let me move this guy back a taste. All right, I'm gonna have to push him back some. Okay, and we bring him forward. Good. So that's that. And we'll put the scenario with the binoculars. This guy here, what we'll do, I'll just put him in a scenario somewhere over here by the building. So now we'll just look for another scenario. Go to ped options. And we'll put him in the soldier stand. So he'll look like he's, you know, ready for business, I guess. Let me see. Doesn't look too interesting, right? How about standing guard? Let's put him at standing guard. Okay. It's a little bit more like it, right? So he'll be standing guard. And I guess we'll put a standing guard over here at the front entrance as well. So let me move him over a bit, just a bit. Okay, and we'll have him standing guard. Let's go to ped options. And we'll go to scenario actions. And did I pass standing guard again? I probably did. Yep. Okay, and standing guard. So as soon as you come in, you'll be greeted by this gentleman here. And I guess we have to put a couple of these guys inside near with the inmates. Okay, so next up, I'm going to just show you, so we got a little bit of animation, a little bit more animation to our guards. I went ahead and I did add some guards to the other guard shacks. And so now I'm just going to show you quickly, giving the guards a little bit of life. It's a little like this guy here. They get a little bit stuck in the animation at certain locations. So it is what it is, but it's better than nothing. So anyway, so this guy, we're going to have him just patrol a certain radius. So what we do is we right click, go to ped options. And now we're going to go to, no, not scenario options. Hold on, we got to go up. Where we at? Okay, wait, here we go. Task sequence, I'm sorry. So we're going to go to task sequence. So we're going to go to add new. And we're going to go to patrol in range. So we're going to have this guy patrol in range for about, I guess, 5 seconds. We're going to shorten the, we're going to make the radius a little smaller. So then we're going to do start. So he will perform his patrol within this area. We'll walk around within that radius. So like this guy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to also add one more task that I want him to go back to this certain location. I want him to stay in here. So every once in a while, he's going to go to the location that I designate, which is going to be, where are we? Okay, go to position. So not only after he finishes the patrol around that area, I want him to go back to this location. And we're going to set it right there. And he will go back there and he will hang out at this location for at least, we'll do 3 seconds. Okay, so as you can see, so every 3 seconds he'll go back there. Then he'll patrol. So I have the same thing, kind of similar setup with this guy as well. So I want them to remain in that location. They'll keep watch within the courtyard over there. So next thing. So I took out this guy. We're going to give him, you know, I added a guy over here, as you can see, with the, he's just standing post with the shotgun. So on this walkway tower, this tower-to-tower walkway, I'm going to see if I can set it up so that this guy goes from one side. He'll walk from there, and then we'll have him walk from here to there. I believe it can be done. So this is my first time doing it. So you guys, you know, let me know what you think in the comments down below. And let's see how this goes. So we're going to give him a sequence. So we have go to position. So it's going to be, once again, I'm going to set my camera position for here. Okay. And so let's see what happens. He should walk to that location. And then we're going to do the same thing, just put it on the other side. Go to position. And he will go to here. So that's the cool thing with Menyoo. So he looks like, okay, there he go. I think he has it. I think he has it together now. So he'll go from there, turn around, and he'll walk back. And so we have our own moving guard. So another cool thing is, like I did with the guy over there, I'm going to put a shotgun in this guy's hand. Oh, you may have to The reason he's doing that, let me change the time value. Because it may be the time value that needs to be adjusted. So let's lengthen this a little bit more. So I'm gonna make it 30 seconds. Let's see what happens with 30 seconds. And we'll do the same thing over here. We'll make it 30 seconds. We'll give him a little bit more time to go back and forth. And we'll restart it. And if that doesn't work, then what we may have to do is add a task in between. Okay, yeah, because he's gonna stay at that location for 30 seconds. We don't want that. So we'll make it shorter. So 3 seconds. And once he gets to this side, we'll have him stay there for about 10 seconds. Okay, so there we seem to got it adjusted now. Let's make sure. So he'll hang out here. Now he'll go back across. All right, so let's fine tune it. We got to fine tune that. So we had 3 seconds. And let's try 3 seconds on this side. And let's restart the task. And if that doesn't work, then I may have to put a task in the middle. Yeah, that's not working. All right, so what we'll do is we'll add a task. We're going to add another task in the middle. I'm going to add another marker. That's what I'm going to try that. Let's see what happens. So we're going to add a third marker in the middle. But we're going to move this one up. So to move it up, we're going to click left. So he'll go there. Then he'll go to this side. Okay, so we go to this side. And I don't even care if he doesn't go to the full end and stands there. I'm not worried about that. I want him to just I want him to have movement going across the walkway. You know, sort of like he's on patrol, you know, so far so good. And I don't mind that. And then it just gives movement. It adds more life than him just standing there. And like I said, what we're gonna do is we're gonna also add a shotgun in his hand. So we'll go to pad options, and we're going to go to weapon. So we're gonna give him a shotgun also. We'll put a pump shotgun in his hand. Okay, so I think we may have it, but let me see. We may be able to do a little better. So this one is going where? So that's the first one. The second one is here. And the third one is there. So we have one. So he goes from there. 12 seconds. So maybe we can adjust the time. Let me change the time that he stays at each side. I don't want him to be at each side for so long. So let's see what happens with this. It doesn't look like he's going to the other side, right? Maybe yeah, he's not going all the way to the other side. I don't like that. So let me add one more, I guess. Go to position. And with this one, once again, let's get him back over to this side, I guess. And at least for, I guess we could make this, try 13 seconds. It's when I'm going back and forth across the walkway. Okay, so he has completed going across. All right, let's see what he does now. And I guess what we'll add is if it looks like he keeps going back and forth without stopping for a bit, we can add another task for him to stand guard for a little bit. And I think we will add that somewhere in the middle. Let's see. So we can add a scenario. We'll have him perform a scenario, which will be... We'll do the stand guard scenario. Okay, we'll have him do a stand guard in between. So we'll move that up in the middle. And let's restart the sequence. Let's see how that goes. So I think Menyoo is real cool. I like using Menyoo, especially for role playing and for creating the scenarios. You know, you can create your own scenarios. So he's standing guard. He looked like he mean business. So then he goes right back on patrol for a little bit. Right. So it just adds life to this prison because it was so dead over here. You know, especially this side of Liberty. Not a lot of action happening. So I figured I'd come over here and do some map edits. So pretty much I just wanted to show you those couple of things with Menyoo as far as trying to add life to your game, you know, as far as creating your own little map scenarios. Oh, let me almost forgot. So let me add a couple of I'm adding a couple of inmates as well. So We've all pretty much seen these inmates. So I'm going to add a couple of new inmates to the prison system over here. So let me just, we're going to do spawn entity into world. And we're going to add a couple of new inmates dressed differently. Kind of like, you know, a little something different, you know. And I guess these guys I'll mix them in. You know, we'll give them a couple of scenarios also. So this guy, will make him, you know, he'll be a smoker, you know. We'll give him a smoking task. This guy will put inside the yard over here. And we'll give him, let's see, maybe an animation possibly. Have him doing some push-ups. Getting his rec on. Alright, so we have that. I guess these will be the lifers since, you know, it's only, they're wearing blue. So I guess they'll be lifers, you know. Put this guy over here by the ball court. And we'll just make him look a little anxious, I guess. He's ready to play. Where is it? Scenarios. Okay, standing impatiently. And what else we have? We have this guy here. I guess I don't want to put him by this guy with the same hair, you know. I'll put him somewhere differently. I want to keep him in the yard though. And he could just be over here smoking a cigarette. And who else do we have left? About 3 more guys, right? So put this guy in the yard also. And we'll give him the same task of being anxious, impatient, whatever. Like he over there chit-chatting about how much time he got left. And this guy here. He could be over here, get ready to spot my man here with the ball. And we'll give him the waving arms animation. I believe that was in I believe that's in animation. Yeah, wave your arms. And last but not least, this guy here. Maybe like he's over here getting ready to lift these weights. Yeah, so those are the these guys I added into the game, and it actually fits the theme of Liberty City. So this is the Liberty City Alderney State Correctional Facility map that I'm creating. So little by little, it's coming together, and I'll probably add a few more buses. I think there's only 2 buses there. I think I'm gonna add one more right now. So we'll open it up, spawn entity, vehicle, and that was under emergency vehicles, I believe. And this is the vehicle here. Yeah, I think the prison should have a few more buses. It shouldn't just be one or 2 buses. We can put one more on this side here. All right. So I got three, 4 buses here. And I think that's enough. So exit out of that. So yeah, so I'll probably add a few more patrols, a couple of more cops, or correction officers rather, excuse me, and a few more animations here and there. But I just wanted to give a little tutorial on how the menu. Oh, and let me save. And also very important, always remember to save. Manage save files. Go here. Overwrite placement in file with database. Okay, so then this way, like I said, once I exit out and I spawn the map again, all these items will spawn as is with the activities or scenarios given to each ped, or whatever other animations, because this is what's used if you want to have peds in a vehicle follow you, if you want them to get inside of a vehicle and then follow you. So many things you can do with Menyoo. But I just wanted to give a quick tutorial using Menyoo. Hope this helps you with your game and making your own map scenarios and things of that nature. So get at me in the comments. Let me know what you think. Elliot Green signing off with another one. Take care. Be safe.